Welcome to Talk Theory. It's your host, Kiara Barnes, where I talk all things life, what makes us human, and what makes us superhuman. Sit back, relax, and join me for a chat. Hello. Happy holidays, everybody. Well, actually, Merry Christmas, because Christmas is on a Monday. How wild is that? Well, we are doing a little more of a festive episode of Talk Theory. We're going to have a little fun today. You know, it's holiday break. I just turned in my last audition for the year, I think. We'll see. And I feel like now it's official. You know, it kind of brought me back to my school days where you're turning in your last project before the end of the year. You know, it's done. You can finally lay down. So today we're just going to talk about Christmas and Christmas time and all those things. Luna's with me right now. So if you hear some meows, that's just her getting into her Christmas spirit. She was awesome, actually, this morning because she let me clip her nails. And no one ended up hurt. Usually it's me. No, she's usually pretty good about it. So anyway, we're on a good Christmas vibe. So let's get into Christmas traditions. Okay, so my family has a few. But the number one tradition we have every year, no matter where we are, what we're doing, we all get on FaceTime or Zoom and we listen to, this is very important, the storybook version of the Polar Express, like the OG. Now, of course, it has its challenges because, so when we were really, really young, right, we had like the cassette player kind of situation and cassette tape, and we would play that Polar Express version. My dad would hold the book and then would flip through the pages as the narrator read, and then the bell, of course, at the end. So that's what we used to do. Anyone born in the year like anything past 2000, just Google what cassette is, okay? Anyhow, but as time has progressed and technology has progressed, we just do it on like YouTube has, you know, people have uploaded like the narrator's version. But we always do that version. We don't just watch the movie, you know. That's just a particular tradition. Now, of course, it has its challenges because we have to go in, make sure everyone has their audio silenced. Because, you know, first off, everyone's entering into the thing and no one has their thing on mute. And so it's, for a good maybe 20 minutes, which is fine. Say hello, say hi. But it's only when we've begun the story where someone has gotten up, forgot to mute their... I'm laughing. I forgot to mute their side, and they're making themselves, a drink in the blender, a mudslide or whatever, which is always fun. But because then me and my brothers and my cousins all have like a group chat, and we're just laughing at our family. It's all love, though. But when I was a kid, we would have my whole family over on my dad's side, all of the cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, to come to my parents' house. And like, I don't know if this was just because I was a kid, but I asked my parents and I was like, how many people did we have in the house at one time? Because people would come like a few days before Christmas just to hang out, to shop, to eat. And it was really, really fun. And then they would stay usually for New Year's, because that's another tradition, is every New Year's my family does gumbo. And that's always been something that they do. And so people usually stay because, who's going to pass up crab legs? So that's usually, I guess like maybe 2.5, maybe 3 weeks, but I feel like 2.5 weeks. And we would have around 20 something people in the house at one time. But I always felt like it was more than that when I was a kid. But it was just the best time. And it was some of the most fondest memories from my childhood. Meals were incredible. Dessert galore. Specifically banana pudding. Okay. Mississippi mud pie. It was all delicious. But then here's the thing. We would have our annual Barnes family Uno game. Okay. Now, if anyone has played Uno for real, and I'm not talking like, we're playing Uno, draw 4. No, not with the Barnes family. Okay, it's getting pretty intense. All right, I'm not kidding. The last big Uno family setup we had when everyone was together, there were cameras set up. Now you think I'm kidding, but this is 100% real. All right, it sounds ridiculous, but this is how psychotic and competitive my family gets. So that we can quite literally roll back tape in case anyone was cheating. Rules have to be discussed beforehand because my brother, one of my lovely, lovely brothers, if you're listening to this, you know who you are. He always likes to like make new rules of the game, and it's like, no, he's just one of those people when you play games with, just get ready to go through a psychological warfare because he's just that way. So, yeah, it can get a little intense. I mean, really, I've had partners that I've been with, always cordial, always nice with my family. And even they're in it, people are yelling at each other. People are crying. It's happened. It's happened actually almost every time. It gets heated because we play fast, and don't be the one that everyone just decides to dog up on just because. I mean, once you get that, +4 on a +4, +4, +4, and all of a sudden you're sitting with like 48, 59, it's an issue. So I feel like the best way I can relate this to other families is maybe it has an alike to the emotional turmoil of playing Monopoly with your family. If you know, you most certainly know. I haven't played Monopoly with my family in years. I don't know what it is, but I take it very personal. Very personal. Okay. I don't even want to see your face. Okay. After Monopoly, I can't play that game with anyone really. Gets a little too real, a little too quick. So if you know, you know. Other than that, we do the classic gingerbread houses and the sugar cookie decorations. I don't know if we did the gingerbread house. No, we didn't do that this year. But growing up, I did. And the cookie decorations, which again was a really fun activity. My mother, that was so weird. My mom has always been great about Christmas festivities and decorations, which I'm grateful for because it's just something to look forward to. And when I started living on my own, it was special to get my own decorations for the first time, and it's lovely. I mean, you walk into my mother's house and here I go with my mother's house, and it's like Christmas galore. There's maybe 20 different Santas plastered around the house. I love you, Mom. No, it makes for a fun environment. I want to come into a place that doesn't look super sterile, to each their own, with the Christmas decorations. I feel like the more, the better, the merrier. We've actually already started going through the Christmas movie list. We watched Jingle All the Way last night. That one, I think that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that was a classic when I was younger. That was really good. Of course, we did Christmas with the Cranks. That's one of my absolute favorites. Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis are a great duo. Essentially, anything Jamie Lee Curtis is in, I know I'm going to like, because she's just hilarious. I just love her. I love the way that she fully commits to any of her characters. Perfect example, really, would be her recent episode in the Hulu show The Bear. Fabulous. Just fabulous. What's another one? Four Christmases. That's another great one. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon. I like the funny Christmas ones. I love a good comedy. I love Vince Vaughn too. Another good actor. Usually always crack up if he's in a movie. He's just good at dry comedy. I love that. I also grew up on The Grinch, for sure. Specifically the Jim Carrey version. Charlie Brown Christmas. Sure. Sure. That was more because my parents, but sure. What else? Christmas Vacation is another classic. I feel like I know that movie by heart now. Like, you could probably just play that in the background and I'll know exactly what's happening. Another good comedy one. As for the music, here's the thing. I kind of maybe already Christmased myself out a little early with the songs. Well, I needed a boost in October, okay? And I haven't really been able to listen to it as much. But, what I have to say about that is you gotta do what you gotta do. That's really all I gotta say. I'm glad that I did. I still have it on in the background, but I did get into that way earlier this year. And another good one is that we have family over for the games and pre-Christmas activities. So that's always good. But here's the real debate here, okay? And I actually do want to know what protocol is for this. And let me know. But do y'all do Christmas like a Christmas feast kind of thing here? Because I feel like it's a great time to order out. Whether it be Chinese food, pizza, sushi, whatever. I just feel like it's less cleanup and preparation, because I don't know about you, but after Thanksgiving, I feel kind of spent when it comes to making a whole spread again. Like, I'm down to still do the desserts, okay? Don't skip out on the desserts, all right? Maybe some snackage on the side. But the whole intense dinner seems like, I don't know, just a little much. Now, am I going to be able to successfully get my mom to change this? Absolutely not. Yeah, she's pretty dead set on having this honey ham situation going on. So we'll be doing the honey ham and whatever else. I will say is that I officially perfected the chocolate chip cookie. So I will be doing that. And what else? I might try with the sugar cookies, but we'll see. Kind of on the vibe of the least amount of effort right now. I will say I have been gift wrapping constantly this Christmas. My mom had surgery, so I've been helping her a lot, which is fine. But I feel like you have to take it in strides. I've been helping kind of just do a chunk at a time. And what I've learned, what I have to say is, shout out to the folks who wait till Christmas Eve to wrap everything, because I am praying for you. Whether you had work or just didn't have time, Godspeed. Godspeed. I guess get yourself some good music and some caffeine, because I would absolutely have a breakdown. I mean, I was rapping for like 3 hours the other day, and I almost started crying because I couldn't get this gift wrap to fit the circumference of this particular box. And thank God for my mom, because she has kept all the gift bags, all the clothing boxes, all of the bows and wrapping paper throughout the years. No matter where we have moved, she's got them of all different sizes and colors and whatever. So yeah, I did it. I retired. Okay, that one box to the gift bag. I said, just forget this. I was like, yeah, no, I am not about to have a breakdown over it. So I'm going to put this in a big bag, get some cute little tissue paper, make it cute, and you can just, look through that. I will say also, I'm very much a rookie at this. I usually wrap just my presents, right? The presents that I'm giving, and that's it. But again, because my mom is out of surgery, I was helping her while my dad's been working and all that, Whew. It's some work. All I can say is doing a chunk per day is the best. It's probably, also easier to do this as an adult, because when you've got kids, you got to make sure no one's being sneaky, no one's seeing stuff. Sometimes your only option is really the night before, but as adults, you can put the gifts under the tree early, Anyhow, I do like it, as long as it's in small bites. And I do really appreciate around this time is just how kind everyone seems to get, even if it's a little bit. Neighbors are nicer, strangers are nicer. I feel like everyone's just in a better mood. I think the whole Santa marketing since we were kids and the Christmas joy has really programmed us when December hits to be nice. And I love that. It's the one time of year where you'll just see a bunch of people in a better mood. Now, of course, it kind of depends when you might catch someone on whatever day around Christmas, because people are might be a little stressed trying to get last things sorted or returning things, whatever it may be, which is understandable. But for the most part, I've gotten some good interactions within this month. Now, as we come to a wrap, I do want to acknowledge, just as we're on the subject, and I don't know, I have some friends of mine too that sometimes the holidays can be stressful for folks going home, specifically to families, and or spending Christmas alone. And I most certainly have learned how grateful I am for the family I have and how close we are the older I've gotten, because I know that that's not the case for everyone. It can be really anxiety inducing and overall an experience that is not anticipated or met with a lot of joy or happiness. And to folks out there experiencing that, I just want to say that one day at a time, you're going to get through it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, even if it is to slip out of the house for a drive or a bite to eat, or maybe to go see a movie, perhaps call a friend or play a game on your phone or somewhere, something to entertain yourself. And if anything, take it as an opportunity to spend time with yourself and not have to be working, reflect even in your journal about the year. Just try your best to uplift yourself, especially if you're in an environment where no one really seems to have the tools to support you. But I want to remind you that you are loved, specifically by yourself. You have that within you. Hold on to that. And also, I love you. I care about you a lot. So I just wanted to put that in there because I know that it can be kind of tricky around these times for a lot of people, really. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Talk Theory. Guys, this is my second Christmas with you all. Oh, and that is very, very special to me. So let's get into the theory of the week. This holiday season, your most essential celebration is the one you have with yourself. Embrace the magic within and let self-love be your shining star. Very cute. Very cute. Thanks again for listening to another episode of Talk Theory. I appreciate it so much. I hope your holiday break is just what you needed to start the new year feeling fresh, take a breather, close the laptop. Lots of love, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Share these episodes with a friend or family member. Wink, wink. Feel free to gift it. Gift an episode to someone, okay? Like, that's beautiful. It's the gift that keeps on giving. All right, I shall see you next week. Okay, love you. Bye.